Omar was a poor miner. He lived with his wife Suri and their two small children in a humble house made of mud and straw. Despite his poverty, Omar had something more valuable than gold: faith. Every morning, he knelt in his little yard, closed his eyes and prayed, "Father, thank you for life, for my family, and for what little we have." He whispered, "I know I am poor, but my hope is in you. Give me strength to work hard and faith to keep believing, even when I see no results." With quiet determination, he walked toward the river. Hour after hour, he washed sand and stones in his pan, hoping to find a bit of gold. Most days, he found only a few tiny grains, barely enough to buy rice and oil. Yet Omar smiled and thanked God. Nearby, a wealthy gold buyer named Damien watched him. Damien had money, property, and influence, but he lacked kindness. He often mocked Omar in front of other miners. "You will never find a big nugget," he said. "You were born to be poor, bringing me crumbs of gold." Omar never replied with anger. He only smiled gently. "God can do the impossible," he said softly. "I trust him." One evening, after a day of little gold, Omar knelt in his small room. Omar prayed with tears in his eyes. "Lord, I ask not for myself, but for my family. Give us a better life and bless me with enough to care for my family." That night, in his dream, a man appeared. His clothes were clean and glowing. He said, "Omar, your faith will be rewarded. Tomorrow, go to the town square, feed the pigeons and pray." Omar woke up with his heart racing. He shared the dream with Suri. She looked amazed, but quietly said, "Perhaps this is a sign from God. Let's follow it." The next morning, Omar walked to the town square with a small bag of grain. On the way, he met an old man, weary and hungry. Without hesitation, Omar gave him his food. "I have little, but I can share," he said. The man smiled and blessed him, then vanished into the crowd. Omar arrived at the square. The pigeons circled around him, pecking at the grains he scattered. Remembering the dream, he closed his eyes and prayed, "Thank you, Lord. Please hear my prayer." The pigeons flew around him, and he felt a quiet, happy calm inside. After this, Omar went to the river. He panned the sand as usual, moving his pan with careful, patient movements. Hours passed and his hands were sore. Then he noticed a large rock that seemed different from the others. Something inside told him to move it. Using all his strength, he lifted the rock, and beneath it lay a huge gold nugget, shining brighter than anything he had ever seen. Omar fell to his knees, tears streaming down his face. "Thank you, Lord," he whispered, over and over. He carefully carried the nugget home. Suri and the children gasped at its size. Together they knelt and gave thanks to God. The next day, Omar traveled to a bigger town to sell the nugget. He gave part of the money to the poor. With the rest, he started a small gold buying business. But unlike Damien, Omar treated every miner fairly. He paid honestly, respected their work. Word spread, and miners came to him from all over. Omar never forgot his humble beginnings. Every morning, he prayed, gave thanks, and worked with love and fairness. Omar learned that true wealth is not only measured in gold, but in faith, kindness, and trust in God. And through his actions, he showed everyone that even the humblest life, when guided by faith and compassion, can shine brighter than the richest treasure.